Good evening, guys. Ken at Tortoise Capital, nightly strategy podcast for August 22nd, 2023. We'll start with Alcoa, 30-minute charts for the hybrid swing. We initiated the SSC. It's really actually a Kata 2, I should say. Initiated the Kata 2 with the standard risk box. We're about 0.5 in hand. In AI, we closed the SSC today. Started failing. We took the dragon exit for about an hour. For my brother, he probably had the same trade in Amazon. I'm not tracking it right now, though.
Yeah, I ended up with 3R. I got out yesterday.
Okay. Basically a scratch in
Yep.
AI. That's a failed SSC. It didn't really collapse, so it's holding at the same price level it held yesterday. So I'm still interested in it tactically. No trade in Cliff showed some strength right at the end. CVS, it's an even tighter sideways quiet channel now, so it's holding. Covered the short yesterday in Dish, and sideways quiet channel starting up. Devon Energy, no trade, although there was a Kata 2 to the downside available, but I think that may be in play tomorrow, as it is testing. The reason I say that, it's testing this support level right here. So that's either going to collapse, and if it does, it comes down to here and here, and that's a tradable move, or it's going to rebound and retest this, which is a tradable move on a small risk box. But then if it breaks above here, which is 50 and a quarter, then it has a chance to do something. So Devon should be interesting tomorrow. Electronic Arts, I started the Kata 2, the SSC, excuse me, this morning, and that's slightly in the money. Yesterday's entry, this was a SSC entry, and it basically sideways money today. I take that as a latent positive because it's had opportunities to fail, and it didn't. This is holding. So until that fails, I am still reasonably optimistic about that one. Ethereum. We closed that one here. Yesterday's run up immediately started collapsing. I took the dragon exit for 1R. Mexico, no trade. Brazil initiated the gap up emerging dragon. That's about 1R in hand. Intel closed the leg one of an SSC at the dragon. I mean, this is just the basic SSC pattern of all. You know, you had a horrible winter. You had some stability. You get an SSC coming out of the Red River. You get 1 day of movement, and it comes back and it collapses at the edge of the dragon, and you just happily take that. You take that trade every darn day that there is. Just get in the habit of getting paid. That's like going to work. IP, no trade. Real estate initiated the SSC. Real estate started the short side collapsing dragon. So this one has been horrible. It tried this yesterday, and then today gapped down and sold off. So that's a standard risk. That's +2 and more to the downside. Still well in the winter. So I like KRE to the short side. Yesterday's SSC in Mattel basically stabilized today. I'm going to give it one more day. If it breaks below the PSAR, I'm out, but we're holding about 2R on that one. McDonald's stalking Merck initiated the PSAR flip, and that is that's an sideways, supported fall crossing, SFC, because you have a high, a low. Now the breakdown below here is where you get the CD, but because this made lower highs and broke down today, I took that as like a pocket entry, which is the SFC, which is another way of calling it a COTA 2. And that collapsed poorly, and that last half hour was just sounded like a death sentence. So I think Merck has a real good chance of getting to here and here. So 10-day low and basically a next support level at 107. So watch for that one collapsing tomorrow. Microsoft, I cashed the Dragon exit on the COTA 2. So this is a COTA 2 because you had a harsh winter. It made a support level and a continuation. That closed well yesterday. Today it ran up, rolled over, hit the edge of the dragon, so we'll take 1, 2, 3, plus 4, and no overnight risk. I like it. Marijuana, stalking the sideways. NVIDIA, we closed yesterday's 3 position long. Actually, it was the last 2 days. We got a COTA 2, a gap and go emerging dragon, a continuation. It closed well. Today it ran up and started selling off. Took the dragon exit. This one was good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the first one, 3 on the second one, 1 on the third one. That's 11R in 3 days in NVIDIA, for crying out loud. Clean energy, and we tried this COTA 2 yesterday, and it reversed immediately this morning. We took the -1. It didn't really collapse further, so that may still be part of the bottoming process. Rivian initiated the collapsing dragon short, and we're holding -1, or holding 1, I should say, on that. Treasuries, I missed the COTA 2. Tesla, we closed the emerging dragon, so here was the harsh sell-off, and it continued. We missed that. There was yesterday's gap up and go, a continuation which closed well here, and then today it gapped up to here, rolled up, and then started coming down. So we took that one a little bit before the dragon, but I'd already given back that much on 2 positions, so we were happy to take about 5R out of that one. And then finally, U.S. Steel, the COTA 2 entry held pretty well. I could consider adding if it could break above the 10-day high. So 32.50. This is all tactical until it gets above 32.50. Okay. Let's go to the sniper trade of the day, please. Okay, so now we're on the 3-minute chart. And this blue box is the open. That establishes the OR3, the opening range 3 minutes. This is where it closed yesterday. It gapped up to here. It run amok and then kind of stabilized right here. So we treat this as the yellow zone, and we're ready to play the breakout from there. We get the short position at 1, a 2R battle drill at 2, standard exit on the R10 has reversed. So I consider that to be leg one sideways. Leg two was shorter and then rolls up, and we just take that exit. So there's one, two, three. Three on the first one, one on the second one. That's about 4R on the first burst. Checker hold. So I stop and reverse on the SSC, and I scratch it at 4 and stop and reverse. It turns to winter. That feels promising. A nice leg down. And then in this case, I took the PSAR exit here instead of the dragon exit. Because we had +4 in hand, I was ready to take that as a gain. So there's another +1. So we're +4, 0, +1. So we're net 5 right now. So I stop and reverse that as an SSC, scratch, stop and reverse. Now I'm back with the primary trend, which is down. That gives me 2 more R. So now we're at +7. So we stop and reverse that one. And we probably get 2 out of that. So that gives us a total about 9 and 1 for the pot. We'll just call that 8R. And that one was Rivian. And right by the numbers. I mean, that is as vanilla a series of trades in our style as you could ever want to see. So that's a pretty good flashcard for you to study. All right, let's take a look at the traders. Hoping I remember to start recording this. Yes. Okay, so here's my brother. So that's his Amazon daily swing. He added a second position at the 2R. That looks like about +4 altogether. Is that about
Yeah,
right?
about three, 4. Yep, it's in there.
Yeah.
Just when I got the 2 on, I have to. So when I have the 2 positions on, I have the rule of a half an hour trailing stop. So it's an automatic stop out. And now the reason I do that is because, as you see, I'm getting ready to set up to play it the other way with the 1, 2, 3 entry. Should it go up tomorrow, or if it goes, my other rule is low of the day or the low of the series on the 20th there will be my entry down. So I'm already ready to go. If the PSAR
Essentially a
flips them,
CD. So this
yeah,
would
yeah,
essentially be your long.
yep,
So that probably represents your yellow zone right there.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay, got it. Let's see here.
So just go to the next one because I added a little bit with the writing on it. Yeah, that way we don't have to guess. So that's my 3-day NVIDIA trade, 16 and a half. And I am ready. If they get announcements tomorrow, their target is supposed to be 11 billion So this is not something going out of business anytime soon, boys.
Yep. Oh yeah, I
It
mean they're
didn't fail.
winning. They're winning the AI battle.
Yep.
So this
And it
one to
didn't.
me looks like it's poised
Yeah, it
and
didn't
ready to
fail.
go.
Didn't fail. Ready to go. I am so ready to buy that. It's not even funny.
Yep.
That's me.
Alrighty. Tim's been in the zone, knock on wood, for a couple weeks. So let's see what he's got here. He's been doing especially well with Nvidia, I know. So here he is in Nike. Gets the 1-2 long. It reverses right away, so he gets paid. Quick scratch, or actually a -1, gets paid. Nets point two. Tesla was kind of choppy. Following his rules in and around the VWAP brings home a positive +0.5, so that's sustainable. And now here's Nvidia, Hulk smash. Runs way up, rolls over, OR3, gets paid, gets paid, gets paid, gets paid, stops trading, 5.6R, 6.3, whoops, 6, come on, dummy. 6.3 for the day. He was completely in the zero state listening to salsa and just following the flow while enjoying the trade. I don't know if he'd have said that 6 months ago, but part of it is you get adjusted to your situation. 3 of his 4 end-of-day pre-selections had huge gaps, so he only focused on those 3 to avoid span of control issues. That's good strategy because the big gap indicates a possibility of a big move, a higher than normal likelihood. And then he used a shorter trading session as he has some meetings in the afternoon. And all you got to do is find one good mover and don't lose your mind on the other ones. And 6.3 is in hand. Really important lesson. You can only learn that lesson by trading, by the way. Let's see, Jose, I would like to see you get out of this one sooner. So we were trying this one, but then on this little breakdown, this little doji that then starts failing, I think you should be out here, not here, and I think you should be short there, which would have paid off, especially given the fact that the market has been weak and we're in DIA here, and that failure to reverse says failure to it may be more failure in the near future. So I think we got to be ready for that. And that one would have certainly paid off. Tesla, on the other hand, he makes bank. You might take that a little sooner at the edge of the dragon to pay for the earlier one. AMD was about a scratch. Brian with a nice trade here after the PSAR flip and roll over. And then my brother's trades. All right, that's everything we got for today. We'll get this published and posted, and we shall see you tomorrow.